Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a deep look into one of the most important and shocking events in the Middle East conflict, the reported killing of Israel's special commanding general by an Iranian missile strike on the Gaza Strip. This analysis will be structured like a review, where we examine the exterior situation, the interior dynamics, the performance of the strike, the safety features that were in place, and those that failed, the unique selling points that make this event stand out in the global strategic landscape, the price paid on both sides of the conflict, and finally a conclusion that tries to tie all the threads together. By breaking this down in detail, we can gain a clearer understanding not only of what happened, but also of what this event signifies in the broader context of war, power, and regional stability. The exterior of this event is first seen in the immediate imagery of Gaza itself, a place that has long been associated with destruction, crowded neighborhoods, and a constant state of unrest. To the outside world, the missile strike is viewed against the backdrop of crumbling concrete, shattered buildings, and the smoke trails of weaponry streaking across the sky. This exterior perspective is the one that captures global attention because what is seen from the outside is destruction, fire, and the image of overwhelming force. Yet this exterior is also layered with symbolism. The missile strike is not just another explosion in Gaza, it is the embodiment of Iran's decision to target not simply military positions or infrastructure, but a commanding figure whose role is vital to Israel's strategic operations. On the exterior level, the strike communicates boldness, escalation, and an undeniable shift in the intensity of this conflict. If we peel back the surface and look at the interior, we see the impact inside Israel's military and political structure. Losing a high-ranking general is not merely about one man, it is about a chain of command, about the morale of the soldiers under him, and about the trust of the citizens who expect security and strength from their leader. The interior shock runs deep, because a general is not only a commander, but also a symbol of stability and power. When such a figure is eliminated, the ripples inside the defense establishment are profound. Soldiers question how secure they are. Officers wonder about vulnerabilities in planning and execution, and political leaders are forced to confront the fact that even their most heavily guarded military elite are not beyond the reach of enemy fire. Internally, this changes conversations in war rooms, it shifts policies, and it fuels debates about how security must adapt in the face of this kind of threat. Turning our focus to the performance of the strike itself, we see precision and calculation. Iran's missile was not merely launched into the void with the hope of causing damage, it was guided with the clear objective of hitting a high-value target. This performance demonstrates technical capability, intelligence gathering, and the ability to bypass Israel's much-praised defensive system. For years, Israel's missile defense has been regarded as one of the most sophisticated systems in the world, yet this strike pierced through. That performance alone speaks volumes. It shows that even advanced protection can be penetrated with the right strategy and the right technology. The missile's impact was not measured simply by the explosion, but by the specific achievement of its aim, the elimination of a critical commander. Performance here is judged not by the size of the crater, but by the precision of the outcome, and in that sense, the strike performed its role with devastating effectiveness. In examining safety features, the question naturally arises, how could this happen to a figure so important in a country with such advanced defense systems? Israel has the Iron Dome, multi-layered missile defense, and highly secretive protocols designed to protect its leader. Yet the strike reveals vulnerabilities in these safety features. Either the missile defense system was overwhelmed, bypassed, or deceived, or perhaps intelligence failed to predict the attack's timing and trajectory. The general's location itself may not have been as secure as anticipated. Safety features, both technological and human, did not perform as expected. This shows us that no matter how advanced a nation's security may be, war always carries unpredictability, and even the best prepared can be caught off guard. The failure here is not just a technological one, but a systemic one, where the combination of intelligence, planning, and rapid response did not converge to prevent the strike. Looking at the unique selling points of this event, one must consider the symbolism and strategic weight it carried. Iran did not just strike a building, a base, or an empty show of force, it struck at the heart of Israel's military leadership. That act alone carries a uniqueness that cannot be overstated. It tells the world that Iran is willing and able to target individuals at the highest level. This is not only about military destruction, but about psychological warfare. The unique selling point is the message. If Israel's generals are not safe, then no one is beyond reach. It demonstrates boldness, capability, and a willingness to escalate the conflict in a way that shifts perceptions on both sides. For Israel, it becomes a wake-up call that their adversary can reach where they once thought untouchable. For Iran, it becomes a propaganda victory, a moment that it can showcase to allies and adversaries alike as proof of its strength. The price of this strike is significant and multifaceted. For Israel, the immediate price is the loss of a key leader, the disruption of command, and the psychological toll on its military and citizens. Beyond that, the political price is immense, as the government is pressured to respond, to restore confidence, and to demonstrate that such a loss will not go unanswered. Retaliation becomes almost inevitable, and with it comes the risk of further escalation and wider conflict. For Iran, the price may be measured in the consequences of its boldness. Such a strike, while successful, could invite a devastating counterattack, intensify sanctions, or draw international condemnation. The regional price is instability, as neighboring states are drawn into the tensions and global powers are forced to reconsider their stances. The price is not paid only in immediate damage but in the ripple effects that follow, reshaping alliances, strategies, and the future trajectory of the conflict. As we move to conclusion, the killing of Israel's special commanding general by an Iranian missile strike on Gaza is not just another event in a long war. It represents a turning point, a reminder of the vulnerabilities that even the strongest armies face, and a signal of how far adversaries are willing to go to achieve symbolic and strategic victory. From the exterior destruction to the interior disruption, from the performance of the missile to the exposure of safety failures, from the unique message carried by this act to the heavy price paid by all sides, the event encapsulates the complexity of modern warfare. In wars today, battles are not only fought with weapons, but also with perception, psychology, and political maneuvering. This strike shows that in the theater of war, one decisive act can reverberate across nations and across time. The conclusion we can draw is that this conflict has entered a new phase, one where the stakes are higher, the risks greater, and the consequences more profound. Both Israel and Iran will now be forced to reconsider strategies, reinforce defenses, and prepare for the unpredictable outcomes that such escalations bring. The world watching closely understands that such an event is not isolated, but a spark that can ignite larger fires, reshaping not just the battlefield of Gaza, but the entire balance of power in the Middle East and beyond.